to ask you a serious question. What are you building outside your nursing job? What assets are you creating? What value are you packaging? What system are you setting? If you're a nurse watching this video right now, there's a high chance that you are working very hard but still not feeling free. You wake up early, you rush to work, you do long shifts, you get home tired, you sleep, then you repeat. You go through this cycle over and over again. And the scary part is this: some nurses have been doing this for 10 years, some for 20 years, some are doing it until their backs can't take it anymore. But here's the question nobody dares to ask out loud. What if you work as a nurse for the next 30 years and still retire broke? What if you give your entire youth to the hospital system, and when you are finally ready to rest, your health says no, your body says no, and your finances still say not enough? This is not to scare you. This is to wake you up, because I want to talk to you about something that could change your life forever. Recently, I read a book called The Great Rat Race Escape by MJ DeMarco, and the lessons I've learned from this book are superb. If you understand the message in this book, I promise you it will change the way you see your job, your salary, your future, and even your whole identity as a nurse. Let me start with a painful truth. Most nurses are stuck in what MJ DeMarco calls the rat race. And the rat race is not just working hard. The rat race is when you are trapped, when you are forced to work because bills won't wait, when you are forced to do extra shifts because the salary is not enough, when you are forced to accept stress because you don't have a choice. And the biggest sign you are in the rat race is this: the day you stop working, money stops coming in. So basically, your entire life depends on your ability to show up. Your back, your legs, your strength, your mental health. And the sad aspect of this is that if your body breaks down, your income breaks down. That is not security. That is slavery with a salary. And many of us nurses don't want to admit it, but deep down, we know it. Now listen, MJ DeMarco says society sells us a big lie, a beautiful lie, a lie that sounds responsible. And the lie is this: go to school, get a good job, work hard, save small, invest small, retire at age 65 and enjoy life. He says that plan is not a plan. It's a gamble, because you are betting your entire life on hope. Hope that you won't lose your job, hope that you won't get sick, hope that inflation won't eat up your savings, hope that the pension system won't change, the retirement age won't increase, hope that the economy won't collapse, you won't have emergencies, that your family won't need you. Hope. And as nurses, we know something: hope is not a strategy. In nursing, we don't treat patients with hope. We treat with plans. We treat with evidence. So the question is, why are we building our financial future with hope? Now, let me show you what MJ DeMarco explains using what he calls the 3 lanes of life. The first lane is what he calls the sidewalk. These are people who don't plan at all. They live for enjoyment only. They spend everything. They blame everybody. They chase pleasure. They end up with debts and then regrets. The second lane is what he calls the slow lane. This is where most nurses are. They don't like risk. They want stability. But MJ DeMarco says something painful. The slow lane does not make you free early. It delays freedom until you are old, and that is danger. Because as a nurse, your best years are not at 65. Your best years are now. Your 20s, your 30s, 40s. Those are the years you still have strength. You still have energy. You can still travel. You can still enjoy your marriage. You can still build memories with your children. But most nurses are postponing life. They are telling themselves, someday I will travel. Someday I will relax. Someday I will leave. MJ DeMarco calls that the tragedy of postponed life, because someday is a dangerous word. Someday can become never, and that brings us to the third lane, the first lane. And I want you to listen carefully. MJ DeMarco says the first lane is the lane of escape. It's the lane of ownership. It's where you build assets, You build systems, you build businesses, you create value, and your income is not limited by your time. This is where freedom lives, and the reason I'm making this video is to tell you something many nurses don't understand. Your salary is not the problem, your income model is. Let me explain. Most nurses earn money in only one way, and that is a fact. There's just time for money. You show up, you get paid. You don't show up, you don't get paid. That's the foundation of the rat race. It's not about being lazy. It's about building something that does not collapse when you are not there. Because let's be honest, how many more years can you do 12-hour shifts? How many more nights? How many more weekends? Ask yourself these questions. How many more times can you sacrifice your body? As I'm speaking to you now, there are nurses with chronic back pain, nurses with depression, nurses with anxiety, nurses with high blood pressure, nurses on antidepressants, nurses burning out silently, and they still have to go to work. Why? Because the bills don't care. Now listen to this statement, it's deep. MJ DeMarco says that employees get paid for time, owners get paid for value. Employees are limited, owners are scalable. So if you want to escape the rat race, you must stop thinking only like an employee. You must start thinking like an owner. Meaning, you must start building something you control. Because another painful truth is this. The salary is controlled by somebody else. Even in the NHS, your pay is capped. Band 5 has limits. Band 6 has limits. Band 7 has limits. Even if you climb, there's still a ceiling. And let's not lie, the system can change anytime. Policy changes, world closes, restructuring happens, staffing changes, budget cuts, redundancy, and boom, your so-called security becomes shaky. So what is the real escape? MJ DeMarco says escape is not quitting your job tomorrow. The escape is this: breaking dependency on salary. Meaning, if you stop working, money still flows. Now, that is freedom. Now, let's talk about one of the biggest traps, debts. MJ DeMarco says the rat race survives because of life inflation. As nurses, the more we earn, the more we spend. We upgrade the phone, we upgrade the car, we upgrade the apartment, we do subscriptions, we do credit cards, we do I deserve it stuff. And trust me, we deserve enjoyment. But there is something dangerous about debts. Debt does something to you. Debt does not just take your money. Debt takes your choices. Debt turns you into a prisoner of your job. Because one thing I've realized is that when you have big bills, you can't easily say, I'm tired, I need rest, I want to change jobs, I want to relocate, I want to start business. No. Debt says, shut up and go to work. So MJ DeMarco teaches something strong. Most people don't live rich lives, they live expensive lives. And expensive lives leads to the rat race. Now, here's the £1 million lesson from the whole book. Escape requires ownership. If you don't own something, you'll always be owned by something. This is a very deep statement, and I want you to think about it. If you don't own assets, you always depend on salary. So you must ask yourself, what do I own that pays me? Because for me, what I know is that ownership is what breaks the rat race. Now let me tell you what a lot of people get wrong. They think escape is gambling or quick money. No. He says if you want to vote, you must solve problems. And this is very deep. If you help many people with something valuable, money will follow you. So the first link from lies, value plus skill plus system plus ownership. Let me break it down like a niche. Value means what problem do you solve? Skill means how many people can you help? And system means can it work without you? Ownership here means do you control it? Now as nurses, we are already problem solvers. We solve problems every day. Pain, breathing, medication, safety, monitoring, care plans, education, reassurance. So why can't we transfer that same energy into building assets? Nursing is a good job, but you need a plan B. Not because nursing is bad, but because freedom requires more than salary. Now let's talk practically, because I know you might be thinking, okay, what can I do as a nurse? Let me give you a few examples. If you are watching me right now, you can build a digital asset. You can create an IELTS practice pack, a mentorship community, a YouTube channel, an ebook, a paid webinar, a nurse coaching program, a CV interview service for nurses, a travel guide, a relocation guide. These are assets. These are products. These can sell while you are sleeping. You can help nurses in Nigeria, Ghana, India, and still make money from your value. That is fast lane. That is escape. Now, MJ DeMarco also warns us about something. He says avoid businesses with low entry barriers, meaning don't just copy what everyone is doing. If it's too easy, competition will kill it. So the goal is not to just do anything. The goal is to do something that makes you stand out. For example, you're a nurse. That is already an advantage because you have knowledge people need. And the world is full of people looking for guidance, support, education, and solutions. Now, let me tell you something motivational. Most nurses are not broke because they don't work hard. Nurses are broke because they rely on one income stream. One stream is risky. Imagine giving IV antibiotics and using only one IV access. If it collapses, everything stops. That is salary life. You need multiple lines, multiple streams. This is how to reduce risk. And MJ DeMarco says something that touches the heart. The biggest tragedy is not failing. The biggest tragedy is living a life you don't want because you didn't build the courage to escape. And I want you to hear me. You don't need to escape next week, but you must start building, even if it's 1 hour a day, even if it's weekend only, even if it's small. Start, because let me tell you, if you don't build your own dream, you'll be employed to build someone else's dream. That is the rat race. Now, let me end with this strong message. MJ DeMarco says wealth is not money. Wealth is time. Wealth is freedom. Wealth is waking up without alarm. Wealth is choosing when to work. Wealth is being present with your children. Wealth is peace of mind. And nurses, we deserve that. We deserve to live a life we don't have to beg for annual leave. A life where we don't have to keep working extra shifts to survive. A life where we are not one sick day away from crisis. So, I want to ask you a serious question. What are you building outside your nursing job? What assets are you creating? What value are you packaging? What system are you setting? Because the rat race is not for lazy people. It's for people who never plan an escape. So from today, stop postponing your life. Stop waiting for 65 years. Stop hoping. Start building. Start owning. Start escaping. If you're a nurse watching this and you want me to help you build a plan B step by step, then subscribe to this channel. Because on this channel, we don't just talk motivation. We build systems. We build assets. We build freedom.
Let's go! From the ward to the screen, yeah, we breaking the scene. Teaching the world how to hustle and dreams. From nurses on duty to creators and